Hey guys, in this video I am talking about maritime accident and injuries. While working in the maritime industry can be exciting and creative, it can also be highly dangerous if you're being injured on the job. You have rights and options. Jones Acts. The Jones Acts, also known as the Marcos Marine Acts of 1920, protects U.S. maritime workers in the in the event of injury of illness. While on the jobs for compensation, maritime workers must meet the guidelines that qualifies them as same that of Seals of Acts, the death of the High Seals Acts provides compensation for the spouse, children, and for other financially dependent relative of a maritime workers who death was caused by acts and neglect or default occurring on the high seas beyond a marine lake 3 miles from the shore of any state. Uh, Maritime and occur. The qualified maritime workers who injured or becomes ill on the jobs is eligible to receive maritime and core benefits while maintenance provides rooms and board expense during recovery. Core provides the necessary medical expense to help the maritime work recover as fully as possible. Longshore and harbor works compensation. Uh, the Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act, or LHWCA, is a federal workers' compensation act that covers longshoremen, harbor workers, and most other people who do not meet the qualification to the considered as seamen. Question: we're here to help. What are young maritime rights? When injured on the job, maritime workers have certain rights they entitled to, which generally includes compensation for medical expense and living expense. Who qualifies for the Jones Acts? Eligible seamen qualify for the Jones Acts, meaning maritime workers who spend majority of their work time aboard in vessel, contributing to the function that help with the vessel mission. Ask as if you or a Lord one was injured in a maritime accident, we're standing by to answer your questions and and gives you needed support. A maritime injury law. Failure to use navigation technology leads to ship grounding. A ship grounding can be a very serious accident. In case cost millions of dollars in damage to ship and cargo, but also human injuries or even NTSP compiles lessons learned from major 2018 maritime accident. The National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) compiles its Safer Seas Digest every year to summarize major accidents in the maritime industry. Safety mistakes may have led to 34 deaths on California dive boat. The tragic dive boat accident that occurred off the coast of Santa Cruz, Iceland over Labor Day weekend resulted in the death of 33 passengers. Contact us about us. We strive to provide expert information on all topics related to maritime accident and injury. Our team is passionate about helping injured maritime workers and their families get the answer and supports they need. सुनानी भी खत्म हो गई नहीं खत्म हो गई safety mistakes may have home block safety mistakes may have led to 24 death on California dive boat. The tragic dive boat accident that occurred off the coast of Santa Cruz Island over Labor Day weekend resulted in the death of 33 passengers and one crew member. Just 5 of the 39 people on board, all crew, survived the fire that struck the boat in the early hours of the morning. Preliminarily, investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) indicates that there may have been safety violations that led to the fire, causing too many deaths. The tragic incident at some points early in the morning or late at night, the dry boat conceptions caught fire and quickly burned. Most of the 39 people on board were asleep when the fire started, which could have been a major reason that so many died, likely of smoke inhalation. One crew member was asleep with the passengers while 5 were awake or were quickly by the fire. The captain issued a mayday call and then they jumped overboard. The crew member were able to row to and nofty another boat that they needed help. Returning to the burning dive boat, they were unable to find anyone else. The surviving crew members later revealed that they tried to get past the hatches leading into the sleeping area. Both of these were blocked by fire, making it impossible for them to get to research anyone or for the people inside to get out. The NTSB investigation shows safety violation. The NTSB began investigation the tragedy immediately and within a week had released a preliminary report. The point of the investigation to determine the cause of the fire and any safety issue that prevented the passengers and crew to get out of the boat. Initially, finding indicates that all 6 crew members on the compensation were asleep when the fire started. The boat was required to have at least one crew member awake and keeping watch around the clock. 5 crew members, those who survived, were sleeping in their own quarters behind the wheelhouse, while the sixth was in the passenger unknown below decks. One crew members only woke up in the response to sounds and discovered the fire. That individual alerted the rest of the 5 crew members who survived, at which time the captain issued the distress call to the Coast Guard. So far, no other violation have been discovered other than the fact fact that no crew members was awake on roving duty. The ship had passed its most recent safety inspection, inspections leading up to the trip that ended in fire and tragedy. The full report. The anti-SP homes will include a cause of the actual fire. The investigation is not yet complete, and while all the victims have been indefined, more information